How's it going, Habibis? It's currently 12 in the morning. I did not think that I would be making this video, but alas, here I am making this video just for you guys. 4 hours ago, I was in Diamond 5. Yeah, I got demoted all the way to Diamond 5. I started messing with other decks. Around the time that this video is going to be posted, you're going to see I already have a Dino video up because I started playing Dinos. I started playing a branded DM deck. You know, I was just messing around, trying a bunch of stuff. And then I came across this deck. The Goo, question mark, question mark. And I promptly won 10 games in a row with it. And I said, well, I can't change it now. And then I won 9 games in a row with it after that. And here we are, 1 win away from Diamond, from Master 5. I'm not gonna lie, I already was in this position. I recorded and I lost that duel. And here we are again, 1 win away from Master 5. Let's see if we can get it. We have had a pretty good run with this deck. And I'll tell you guys, it's basically a White Forest and a Magician Souls engine deck. So let's see if we can finally rank up. There's about, I want to say a little bit over a week left in the season. So it's not the very end of the season, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We got full combo. What's our opponent have? That's the question. Our opponent has connection issues. I'm not going to lie. If they just like lose because of internet failing, that's going to be the most anticlimactic thing. This is going to make terrible for YouTube. Well, we had full combo, so I guess it doesn't matter. We made it. Oh my gosh, dude, that's silly. I genuinely have so many replays that I'd like to show, but realistically, I don't know if I'm gonna show any of them. There were so many duels. I don't know if I'm gonna sift through them. I'll show you. We'll talk about the deck. We'll just talk about the deck. Like I said, it's a White Forest, Dark Magician, Magician Souls engine deck. It's mainly focused. I actually got the inspiration from somebody in my comments. I believe it was Sin. They were asking about White Forest DM deck focused on getting out Winda and Magicians and Secret Village. And here it is. So we have our Magician Souls and Secret Village combo, which also works with Diviner, which also has really good synergy with any of the White Forest girls. You know, they all send this to the graveyard except Sylvie, but Sylvie obviously can get you something that could. And yeah, basically they're able to set up a village lock, which is pretty darn good. Of course, we're playing the Super Polys. Like I said, I kind of just put this deck together. I think there's a lot that I can improve on, especially with my link package. I decided to play Ultimate Slayer. It came in handy a couple times. I only drew it, I think, twice, but both times I used it. It worked against Mathmech one duel, I remember. But, you know, this is the deck. This is going to make for a great YouTube video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And, yeah. Let me, you know what, I'm gonna go, give me a second. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna see if I could find a good replay to show you guys, because we gotta have one good duel on here, you know? Alrighty, Habibis, it's a new day. I am gonna actually show you guys a replay that we had. It was our last duel on our stream today over at twitch.tv/KingMatty. Be sure to drop a follow if you're not already. And we've been doing pretty good, I'd say. It was this one right here. It's an 8-turn duel, so I'm gonna speed through it, but we actually had no business winning this duel. I feel like I've had a lot of good comebacks recently, and I think a big part of them are because some of the tech that we've added in, and I've made some videos explaining the tech that we use. If you guys haven't seen it, go check those out. But here we're going up against, you guessed it, Yubel. Everyone's playing Yubel. And, you know, we really don't have much to do here. We try to Ash their Samsara. It doesn't work. They cross out it. There's really no good Ash target that, you know, 100% stops Yubel. They have so many one-card starters that, you know, it's hard to really determine it. But you're gonna see here, we cook it up pretty good with this deck. Now, while we watch our opponent play Solitaire for a couple minutes, I do want to say, I understand that there's going to be some people that say this isn't a DM deck, and I totally understand that. I get that. And I've made a video about this, I've talked about it before, and I hate to break people's hearts, but there's no such thing as Dark Magician as a deck anymore. That's not just opinion, I think that is a fact. The deck is so archaic, it's so outdated. At this point, we have to utilize the engine, and the engine has to be Magician Souls to get to Dragoon, right? And utilizing that with Toy Box. So I'm sorry guys, but some of the tech that we use is super poly. We're gonna go into Mud Dragon in the Swamp. Our opponent is gonna immediately max C us, and I'm not gonna take the max C challenge. I'm gonna just take my chances that they do not draw into a card with Nightmare Pain here, because essentially the only thing they have is Nightmare Pain. I normal summon the Magician Souls to get some draws, also to send the Rainbow Bridge, because now I could Secret Village lock my opponent. So now I just have to hope they don't draw into a Dark Monster. What are the chances of that, you know? Pretty slim, am I right? Wrong. Unfortunately, they draw into one, and they go into their combo here. I'm going to protect my Dark Monsters from being targeted. The good news is, we weren't supposed to beat that initial board that my opponent set up, so they did use both of their Phantom of Yubels. So I didn't have to worry about that. They used both Phantom of Yubels, so that was good. But now we're just basically having to deal with the Unchained stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, unfortunately, you got to utilize the DM engine. I get that this doesn't play Magician's Rod. I get it doesn't play the Dark Magician spells. Whatever. You guys can give it to me in the comments section. It's not a DM deck. I get it. But the purpose of this deck is to utilize Magician Souls to get out Dragoon. It doesn't get any more DM than that, getting Dragoon. Now, here's where I almost cried on stream. We drew into ref, and I was talking to chat, and I didn't even realize that we drew into ref. So I go SP Little Knight here, you know, decide to banish the Yubel. I knew that they had the Sharvara in hand, so I'm going to use both of SP Little Knight's effects here. And I'm locked out of spells here myself. Keep that in mind. So I couldn't activate TTT there because I didn't have a spellcaster on the field. So that's kind of why I say that Secret Village is pretty fair, because you get rid of the spellcaster. For a Floodgate, I'd say it's the most fair Floodgate. So now we are sitting with a Cartesia that is going to turn into a Granguinol here in a second. My opponent is going to max C me. I'm going to use this Granguinol to send Apgalone. I wasn't sure if I wanted to send Garuru to get a draw or if I wanted to go Schism. I figured Schism, setting up Winda along with Secret Village would be good enough. My opponent called buys here, and I think they were trying to call by my Granguinol, but it was already banished. They did call by the Cartesia, but one of the great things about Lulu is playing it in a White Forest deck, it allows us to special summon our Astalar here, which is a great thing, because now we have a spellcaster on the field. This is the final play we're going to go for. We're going to go ref. Our opponent is going to go into Anguish here. No matter, no worries. We got Dragoon. We're going to attack over the Typhon, and we're going to start popping some cards and doing some damage. And we finish it up there. GG with Dragoon. So that was a pretty good comeback win. Like I said, I think the deck, it's hard focus, utilizing Magician Souls, using the synergy with Toy Box, and summoning out Dragoon, as well as using the other core boss monsters in the deck like Silvera and Baron and stuff like that. I did want to repeat, we have been doing pretty good with this deck. We played a little bit on stream. I've been playing a little bit after the stream, and I must say, I'm very pleased with how things have turned out. We're at about like a 62% win percentage, which I'll take it, pretty good. That's out of our last like 45 duels, I think, something like that. It's probably higher because those don't count the 10-game winning streak and the 9-game winning streak we went on. Because I think I untapped something. If you turn off Master Duel, I think it stops it. But anyways, my opponent ashed us here, so I went Diviner first, even though I knew I had a way to go to Magician Souls, because I was trying to bait out a negate. I was trying to bait out an Imperm or an Ash. They ashed my Diviner, no big deal. They played Maxi. I kept that called by for a reason, so that I could use it on the Maxi. So these are the kind of the mental mind games I try to think through when I'm, you know, making my decisions on how I try to play out my hand. So we're going to go into Grand Guillenol. Grand Guillenol is going to allow us to go into Winda. We're also going to go into Dragoon. So here we end on a Winda follow for next turn, as well as Dragoon. And Battle Protection with the Toy Box. Unfortunately, Super Poly giveth, and Super Poly taketh away. So they Super Poly me. Can't be mad, you know, I've been Super Polying people all week long, so it is what it is. We're going up against Tear Elements. There's a lot of Tear running around. So right now you might think, okay, we're in shambles because they immediately get rid of our Schism. So at this point in the duel, I'm thinking about hitting that big red button there. You know, I'm thinking they got over Dragoon, they got over the Schism. They're going full combo with their Tear Elements. You know, we're going to summon out Lulu, but is it really going to be useful? We'll see here. So my opponent's going to negate my Lulu effect. They're going to mill a bunch of cards with their Kit Kalos. A couple of their mills are Snow. They mill Snow. They also mill Sulliak, which allows them to add Sharon to the hand. Now they're going to rule Kalos. So I'm in a world of trouble here. I saved my pop here for the Dragostapelia because I figured I needed to get rid of it. Now, something else that I did there is, if you guys saw, the Toy Soldier triggered. They negated it with Rule Kalos. That allowed the Lulu's effect to allow us to summon the Astalar. I would prefer the Astalar to hit the field over the Toy Soldier, so that worked out definitely in our favor because they can only negate one time with Rule Kalos. We're going to use Astalar's effect, send the Toy Soldier. They're going to negate it again. No big deal. Okay. Unfortunately, they send Sharon, but we're going to max C them here. They go into Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart is going to be able to spin back our Toy Box, which kind of sucked, kind of didn't, because it made us to where we had to search for Toy Box out of the Toy Soldier. But now we're going to be able to go Diviner, send the Herald of the Arclight, and that allows Diviner to become a level 6. Now we can go into Baron, the Dark Magician, and we can make our plays. Reactivate that Toy Box, set Toy Tank and Toy Soldier. We're going to go Magician Souls. We're going to draw some cards here. That's the goal. Our opponent desperately hates Magician Souls on the field. This is actually kind of comical. They go out of their way. So we're going to negate the Snow. And they have 6 cards in their graveyard. So they have to get rid of a card off their field or in their hand in order to stop my Magician Souls and to give me 2 draws. They're doing all this just to stop Magician Souls. So I say, you know what? Screw it. We're going to pop Kaleido Heart. No big deal. We're going to use this Toy Box that they were so generous to allow us to draw into. Pop the Toy Tank. Toy Tank is going to summon itself. We're going to summon out Magician Souls because now I know I could Secret Village lock them and draw 2 cards. And my opponent hates Magician Souls so dang much that they scoop it up. They did not want to see Magician Souls, but Magician Souls for the win. Dark Magician for the win. I thought it was actually kind of a good duel because we've been super polying people and we got super polyed and we were still able to mount the comeback. So I was very proud of the deck for this one. It was a good one. All right, so I just realized that this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to try to keep it short. This one's a short, quick replay. It's the all-reliable combo that we talked about a month ago now, but Magician Souls and Rainbow Bridge is actually, in my opinion, one of the best combos in the game for us as Dark Magician players. It's not super flashy, it's not super long, it doesn't set up a bunch of cards on the field. It's just Dragoon and Secret Village, do your worst, and it usually wins us games. You couple that with a super poly, and that's all you need sometimes. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this deck because I actually did. And like I said, the climb was kind of quick. We got hot, don't get me wrong. Could be because it was towards the end of the season. There's about 8 days left, but we made it within like 4 hours from Diamond 5 to Master 5. So I was very proud of what we accomplished. I'm going to try to post this deck on Master Duel Meta. I'll do all that stuff later, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys accept it and like it and try it out because I think White Forest DM low-key may may be the future of DM. I'm not sure yet. I think it's really, really interesting. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be sure to respond to you guys. And let me know what you guys want to see in future videos because, hey, I'm house ridden for the next couple weeks. So I'm going to be popping out these videos. So let me know, guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Go wide for win, make some of these days special. Peace and love, Habibis.